Part of Governor Janet Mills's proposed budget includes $15 million for foster care and adoption assistance. It involves money to support higher reimbursement rates. The state pays families who foster kids and services that help caregivers of young children to build skills to respond to children's social and emotional needs.
At a news conference earlier today, a foster mom from Lisbon said that their main concern is that those reimbursements don't cover some of the other things like mileage and services that they pay out of pocket.
You know, I'm sure you're not going to hear any foster parents complain that we're getting paid too much, but that's not why we're doing what we're doing.
That is Melanie Blair. She thinks parents and caseworkers of kids in state custody would benefit from the Office and Child and Family Services being made separate from the Department of Health and Human Services.
Now, this dovetails with a story we started working on in December. We were hearing from nonprofit groups that support adoptive and foster families.
Those members said the holidays are particularly tough for those who take care of kids in state custody for a whole host of reasons, and they say they need more help year-round, not just during the holidays.
3.
We had too many ornaments this year.
This is the movie that we watch.
Many parents wish for a full house at the holidays.
And I love it when they decorate.
Yes, Papa does a lot of decorating.
Mama. The tower one.
Oh.
Hannah Pelletier manifests one.
This one's Franny's this year. Not everybody wants to come to this. It's overwhelming.
Especially on the weekends, you never know how many kids are here.
Pelletier and her husband Jeremy foster children who are in state custody, kids whose parents just cannot safely care for them right now.
I like to think that they feel safe at my house, whether or not they live with us or not. So I just want to be that place.
In her 13 years as a foster parent, she's taken in hundreds of kids from all over Maine. Some never left.
Can I have this one?
Her biological daughter, 11-year-old Franny, celebrates the holidays under the same roof as 9-year-old Addison
Like this.
and 7-year-old Phoenix, both of whom Pelletier fostered and then adopted.
It was really fun to have them all there to celebrate Phoenix. It was a long time coming for her, so it was really nice to have them all there, welcoming their latest member. Having a grown-up, having somebody who cares about you at a young age, no matter what happens in the future, it's impactful.
Maine DHHS says its goal is to reunite kids with their biological families, but that is not always possible. As of November, there were more than 2,400 children in state custody. More than 40% of them are living with relatives. DHHS reports just 1.9% of kids in state custody are in congregate care, like group homes or residential treatment centers. That's the lowest rate in the nation. The agency says the number of available foster homes in Maine is increasing. Right now, there are more than 1,700, up 33% since 2019. The department pays extra attention to placements that can prove more challenging, like teenagers or large groups of siblings, which caseworkers try to keep together whenever possible. Resource parents are essential to keeping Maine children safe and healthy. We extend our gratitude to Maine's resource families for partnering with our staff to care for the day-to-day physical, mental, and emotional needs of Maine children and welcome new families in opening their homes to vulnerable Maine children, said Dr. Todd Landry, Director of Maine's Office of Child and Family Services. Adoptive and Foster Families of Maine, a nonprofit, tries to help those resource parents, especially around the holidays, when the routine these kids rely on changes.
Kids are going through a lot more and are dealing with so many different things through the holidays around grief and loss and being reminded of those pieces. For some, we want to set up that picture-perfect Christmas of all the family being together, but the reality is what's better? Is it our needs or is it the child's needs?
Which is why groups like AFFM helped provide holiday gifts for roughly 1,200 kids all over the state this year. They ask friends and coworkers to sponsor a family, donating money or gifts for families who now have an extra mouth to feed or wardrobe to buy.
It feels good and we want to do those things, but they need our help year round.
Maine DHHS does reimburse families who foster about $25 to $75 per day per kid, depending on the severity of the child's needs.
For the most part, basic needs are met. I think that a lot of the families still struggle being able to have normal childlike experiences, like going to summer camps or having a new wardrobe or having those experiences that we often take for granted. Those aren't often available to them.
We get to help people.
What money cannot buy is someone who truly cares.
They can't identify, I spent a year here safe and loved. It's not something that they'll ever know, but it's something that they'll always feel.
So what can you do to help foster families? Well, Adoptive and Foster Families of Maine says you can help out with their holiday gift-giving drive that you saw, or you can sponsor a kid to send to summer camp. That will give the family a respite, and it gives those kids a chance to be social and be included with others. The organization also has an emergency fund that you can contribute to. Sam, one thing, the conversations that I was having with the folks from AFFM and that mom, Hannah, that really struck me is that these parents benefit from the interaction with other foster families, like when they do that gift-giving drive and they meet with people who are their peers. And one thing that's so tough about this process, because these kids in state custody, there's a lot of confidentiality around that. And so your normal support group, like your friends and your family that you'd normally be able to share these things with and talk about and kind of process, some of that's off limits. So it's helpful for them to have these peers. So yeah, it was a really, really eye-opening story for me.
Yeah, well, it's a great thing that these families are doing. So I mean, it's great for them to get as much support as they can. Great story.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.